Hi, good morning, everyone. This is Natalie with the Lake Dallas Public Library. Today's workout of the week is coming to us from Grit and Grind Fitness, which is a local personal training and fitness business here in Lake Dallas. So make sure to read the video description down below after you're done with the workout so you can see how you can support them during this time. And with that, let's get started.
Hey guys, my name is Nate Price and I am the owner of Grit and Grind Fitness. Today I have a workout that you can do right at your house using a backpack, a broomstick, and any canned goods or weights that you may have around the house. So if you will go ahead and grab your gear and let's get started. First we're going to start off with a little bit of a warm-up. It's always important to warm your body before you actually do any kind of exercise. So I'm going to place my stick on the ground for a minute. And we're going to start off with some simple knee grabs. Okay, we're going to pull our knee to our chest. Make sure we breathe. You should feel it along the glute right here on the backside. Okay, many of us are sitting right now, so this is very important that we get this warm up in correctly. Okay, here we go. Pulling the knee to the chest, breathe, squeeze. Switch to the other side. Okay. All right. We're going to do that for about anywhere between 8 to 10 times on each side. Okay. As we're doing this, we're making sure that we're keeping our spine straight. Okay. We don't want to bend into it. All right. Turn sideways for you guys. All right. Now, if you feel that you need to do more, and then it's okay because this is your workout, you own it. Okay. Now, after we do our knee grabs, we're going to go into toe touches. Very simple. We're just going to bend down, touch our toes, making sure we feel it in our hamstrings. Okay? As we bend, we're bending at the hips. Okay? Don't flex the back to where we're overextending. Okay? So, here and back up. Very simple movement. Okay? I like to keep it simple so that way everybody can do this. We want to do this for about 10 to 20 times, depending on your level of fitness and whether or not you suffer from any kind of tightness in your legs. Okay, turn to the side for you. Notice that I'm not rounding my back as much. I'm just bending at the hips so that way I feel it right back here. Okay, now, after our toe touches, I'm going to go ahead and grab my broomstick or dowel, whichever one. If you have a PVC pipe, that works as well. We want to grip this wide. We're going to do something called a shoulder dislocate. Please do not actually dislocate your shoulder, but the whole point of this is to open up the chest and to get the shoulders more mobile. Okay? Oftentimes, we live in an environment where our arms are always working in front of us and never behind us. So now we have to open up that chest so that we can get that mobility. Okay? So we're grabbing the broomstick wide. Okay? Deep breath in, chest up. As we exhale, we're going to try to take it back towards our rear. Okay? Up and back. Breathing back in. And back. Now, you might come to a sticking point at the top, which most people do. It's okay to stop right there. If we go and get stuck right here, then that's fine. We want to try to work on that mobility as we continue to do the movements. Turn to the side for y'all. Very important to keep your core engaged as well. Tummy tight. Imagine that someone's getting ready to punch you in your stomach, or somebody's placing an ice cube on your belly button. Tighten it up. Squeeze the glutes as well. Squeeze as if you want to keep your cheeks together, okay? All right, now we're going to take that shoulder dislocate into a little bit of a shoulder dislocate row. You can do this about 5 to 10 times. The previous movement you can do 5 to 10 times. I personally prefer to do it a little bit more because my shoulders are often my pain point. So we're going to grab this dowel again, little closer than the normal wider grip. We're gonna pull straight up and overhead in all in one motion. So breathe in, and then pull down. Back over, down. Okay, I'll turn it to the side for you guys as well so that way you can see the motion. Still keeping the core engaged, okay? Also maintaining the tightness in the glutes, all right? We're gonna pull up, over, down. Very important, these dynamic warm-ups is probably the staple of your workout when it comes to building up the mobility and getting blood flow to go for you and going into this workout. Pulling straight up the body, going overhead and pulling down. As I'm pulling down, I'm actually making sure that I'm keeping my elbows back and my shoulder blades, I'm squeezing them down into my back pocket, okay? Just imagine yourself pulling them down into your back pocket, okay? After we do about 5 to 10 of those, we can put the dowel aside. That's actually gonna be the last time we use that. So put it to the side. Go ahead and grab your mat if you haven't already, or you can do this at home in your living room on the carpet. Now, the next thing we're gonna do is called a lizard with rotation. We wanna start off in the high plank position, okay? We wanna step 1 foot forward, right outside of our hand. Now the hand closest to the forward leg, okay, this is my forward leg, that hand is going to the opposite shoulder. Dropping the elbow towards the ground. As we come up, we're gonna rotate up towards the sky, rotate our thumb back and grab the ceiling, okay? Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, we're gonna switch to the other side. Now, when we switch, okay, same rules apply. We want to make sure that we step our, put our hands right outside of, or right inside of our forward leg, okay? Now, the reason why we're doing this is to open up the hips and also work on thoracic rotation. So your back. Typically, people have tight backs, so we want to move, loosen up the spine a little bit, all right? Switch it to the other side. Hands on the inside of the forward leg. All right, taking my right hand, because my right foot is forward, to my left shoulder, dipping the elbow down, and back. And back. Down, and back. Make sure you're breathing through the whole motion, breathing in. Exhale, breathe out. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Good. All right, now we're gonna step back into onto our mat. We're gonna do something called a 90-90 hip opener. We have some movements that require us to have looser and more mobile hips. So what we wanna do is, we wanna make sure we're sitting on our butt, all right? Hands by our side, okay? Your feet are gonna be about shoulder width apart, and our knees are gonna go into a 90-degree motion, okay? Like such. I'm going to rotate my legs to the left side, making sure that my knees are 90 degrees here, okay? Chest up, trying to place my knee onto the ground and keep my hip on the ground as well. We're gonna switch to the other side, same thing. All right, if you want to get a little extra out of it, you can rotate the body back, okay? It even helps if you stay in that position for a little bit. You can take a deep breath in and try to go down a little deeper. Whatever feels comfortable to you. Good. So you want to do that motion for about 5 to 10 times on each side, a total of 10 to 20 total reps. Same thing with the lizard and rotation, 5 to 10. Most of these movements we want to do about 5 to 10 on each side, or 10 to 20 total. But make it your own. You can do as many as you want, just so that way you get the body more mobile, okay? But now, that is our warm-up. That completes our warm-up. So good job. I'm glad you made it through that. And now we're going to go into the actual workout. Okay, now we're going to grab our backpack and go ahead and load it with a little bit of weight. You don't have to use a backpack. You can also use a duffel bag. Anything that's going to be sturdy enough to hold any of the weight that you put in there. Right now, I'm going to use, I have a can of fancy cut green beans. It's about 6 pounds. I'll place that in there. I have about a 6-ounce can, okay, just for demo purposes. I'm just going to place those two things in here. Now you can load it with as much weight as you want. Just be mindful that some of these movements that we're going to do require a little less weight. So if you need to take some weight out, feel free to do so, okay? And be mindful that you can pause this video at any time, go back and then do the reps. Now, the amount of reps that we're going to do is going to be about 10 to 15 repetitions for each exercise. And the amount of rounds that we want to do, anywhere between 1 round for beginners or those who don't have a lot of time, all the way up to 3 or 4, maybe even 5 rounds, just depending on you. This workout probably won't take you about longer than 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes or so, just depending on your level of exercise, or fitness rather. And it is a circuit, so there's 6 different movements that we're going to work on today. The first one, we're going to grab our bag here, okay? We're going to hold it in front of us and do a squat thruster. Very important that we're going to drop our hips down as if we're sitting onto a chair, okay? Making sure that our feet are about shoulder width apart, okay? Our chest is up and our shoulders are back, okay? Now as we do this, when we come out of our squatted stance, we're going to immediately press the bag overhead into a thrusting or shoulder press type motion, okay? So we're holding the bag here, all right? As I'm going down into my squat, my knees are going over the midline of my foot, so the middle of my foot. Go for your middle toe, okay? So breathing in. As I'm coming up, I'm gonna press overhead. Very important to keep good form. Form is one of the number one things that messes up someone's workout, okay? I'm gonna turn to my side for y'all. Y'all continue to keep doing it, okay? I'm going down, press. Now notice as I'm going up, as I'm pressing up, my biceps are going right outside of my earlobe. Okay, the way to do that, as you press up, make sure that you're sticking your head slightly forward as if you're peeking through a window, okay? Good. So that motion, like I said, is called a squat thruster, okay? Remember, drop your hips down towards the ground as if you're going to sit down. Drive through your feet, okay? Knees will always stay over the middle of your toes as you go down, and then come right up and breathe it out, okay? Now, we want to do that motion for about, like I said, 1 to 4 reps, 10 to 15, maybe even 20 repetitions if you like. It's all up to you. All right, next motion we're gonna do. We're gonna get down onto our mat or on the ground. It's called what I like to call a trifecta. Now the trifecta is a chest press with a pullover and then going into a crunch. Okay, so you'll get a little bit of chest, a little bit of shoulders and back, and a little bit of core as well. Okay, so on my mat, I want my knees about shoulder width apart. My heels are on the ground, my toes are pointed up. The bag will be right here at my chest. Okay? I'm gonna squeeze my shoulder blades back and I'm gonna push through the ceiling push the bag through the ceiling with my chest, pressing straight up. Okay? Then pulling my arms backwards. As I bring the bag back to starting position, I'm actually going to lift it to the ceiling. All right, you can use this as momentum if you like for beginners, or really try to use that core. Lift. Okay, slowly lower back down. Okay, and then bring it back down to the chest. Making sure that we're really using that core. Controlling the motion all the way through. Having control over everything that you're doing is very, very important. Because if you don't, you can mess up your motion, okay? Control is number one thing. Nice, easy tempo. Nice, easy tempo. Taking it overhead. Making sure we're breathing. Good. Now continue that motion for about 10 to 15 repetitions as well. If you need to, you can break down the motion into 3 separate parts, as opposed to putting it all together. So you'll do your chest press, bring it back in. Then you can do your pullover, bring it back in, and then you can actually just lift into a crunch if you like, okay? So don't be afraid to make it your own. Like I said, this is all what you can do, and nobody else is judging you except yourself. So, all right, so here we go. Next movement we're gonna do is an RDL to a row. RDL stands for Romanian deadlift, okay? We're gonna grab our bag by the straps. Okay, we want to squeeze them, all right? I'll start off showing you from this direction. Our feet are going to be about hip width to shoulder width apart, okay? We want to keep our shoulders back. As we go down, we're pushing our hips back, going soft in the knees, showing our chest to the wall, but keeping our nose down, okay? I know this sounds like a lot, but it isn't once I show you what we're doing, okay? Now, when we go down into the Romanian deadlift, we're going to pull the bag towards our chest, squeezing our shoulder blades back even more, okay? So here we go. Breathing in on the way down, pulling, and then back up, okay? Down, pull, down, up. Pulling down, pulling up towards the body, letting it back down, coming back up, okay? If you feel that the bag straps are too loose, you can actually grip the bag a little closer or turn it sideways, like such. Let it down, pull, back up. Now from the side angle, here we go. We're gonna breathe in, pushing the hips back, chest to the wall, nose down. Pulling back, squeeze, let it back down, come up. Come back, squeeze, let it back down, come up, okay? Push the hips back. Notice that my knees are soft. We don't want to bend into a squat. We want our knees to be soft here, but I'm pushing my hips back towards the wall, but my chest is going to that wall as I'm keeping this nose down. My shoulder blades are back. Okay, so that way when I pull here, I'm feeling this muscle, the latissimus dorsi, the lats, right back here, okay? So pull, and back up, okay? Complete that for 10 to 15 repetitions. if not more if you'd like. 1 to 4 sets on that as well, okay? Now, moving along, we're gonna do a reverse lunge to a chop. We're gonna grab the backpack with the handle on top, the one strap handle, okay? We're gonna hold it with both hands. We're gonna do a reverse lunge to a chop, okay? I'm actually gonna move the mat out the way. We don't need this anymore for the rest of the workout. Okay, so let me get that out the way. All right, so the reverse lunge. Our feet are hip width to shoulder width apart, okay? And they will start in that position and they will end there as well, okay? This is what I mean. As you step back, okay, when you come back forward, your feet need to land in the same position that they were at, all right? Now, as we step back too, we're also gonna take the bag to our side, working on our obliques, breathing in on the way down. As we come up, we're gonna bring it back up here, okay? So, we're stepping back, coming up, back, coming up, okay? It's better if I show you from the side angle. When I'm stepping back, this back leg, this knee, will be in line with this hip, okay? My shin will be parallel to the ground. This forward leg, this knee will track forward slightly. The thigh will be almost parallel to the ground. My chest will be up, okay? And I will be rotated to the side, all right? So if I'm stepping back with my left leg, or I'm sorry, with my right leg, then it'll go to my left side, okay? Up. Breathing in here, out here, okay? We'll do 5 or 10 to 15 on one side, switch immediately and go to the other side, okay? So if we're on our left, we're going to our left. Stepping back with our left is going to our right. All right. Now, we're going to take the bag and move on to our next exercise. It's a good morning to a tricep extension. Still working the hamstrings and the hips, okay? Similar to the RDL to row, only this time the bag is not going to be in front of us, it's going to be behind us. So we're going to take the straps or the one strap at the top, up to you, however close you want your hands to be. I have wider shoulders, so I'm going to grip it at the tops of the straps. Almost like you're getting ready to put your backpack on, but you're not, okay? So our hands will be right behind our head. We're gonna push our hips back like we did on the RDL, show our chest to the wall, nose still down, okay? Bending at the hips. Now, when we come up, we're actually gonna do a tricep extension, meaning overhead, okay? So pushing the hips back, coming up, overhead, hips back, up, overhead. Get that full extension. Now you want to make sure that you're feeling it in your triceps. And if you feel that the straps might be a little too loose, which it seems like for me right now they are, you can actually grip the bag in the middle, depending on how much weight you have in there. And you go here. Making sure that I'm keeping my biceps right outside of my earlobes and my elbows pointed forward. You really want to make sure that you're using this tricep muscle to extend at the top, okay? Good. Once again, 10 to 15 repetitions for 1 to 4 sets on that as well, okay? Now, you don't necessarily have to do all these exercises in this order. We have one left. It's actually a bicep curl to close grip press, okay? But you can make them whatever order you prefer. I would suggest to always start off with a squat, so the squat thrust for the very first exercise, or some type of hinge, which is the Romanian deadlift to row, or the good morning to tricep extension, okay? Now, last movement we're gonna do is gonna be a bicep curl to close grip press. We're gonna grab the bag right here. Elbows close to the body, okay? We're gonna breathe in. As we exhale, we're gonna bring our hands towards our shoulders without bringing our elbows forward, okay? Once we get to that position, we're gonna go from our chest straight out, okay? So, keeping my core engaged, I'm gonna breathe in, exhale, come up. Now, I'm going to breathe in, exhale, push out. As I'm pushing out, I'm squeezing my pecs, my chest together. So, like that, bring it back in and lower it back down. Breathing is very important. It helps you to actually power through that motion. A lot of times we come to those sticking points where we can't actually get the weight completely up. But if we had we breathed correctly in the first place, then the movement would be a lot more smooth, okay? Turn to my side so y'all can see that. Keeping my chest up, my shoulder blades are still back. Notice that my elbows are not coming forward. And my hands are always about chest height as I'm pressing out, okay? So, with that as well, 10 to 15 repetitions, if not more. Guys, I just want to say that during these times of being immobile, or rather not getting out as much, being stay at home and being with your families, this is something you all can do together, okay? This is a workout that doesn't require a lot of equipment, if any at all. I wouldn't consider a backpack really equipment. It's something that your kids have when they go to school, or you may have when you carry your laptop, okay? Everybody has about some canned goods or sand or something that they can put in the bag as weight, or in their duffel bag as weight. And everybody has a broomstick or some type of shovel dowel or something of that sort, okay? So, we gotta get creative in these times. Just use what you have. Definitely use what you have. But guys, I'm here for you if you need anything, okay? You can find me on Instagram at gngfitnesspt. That's the letter G, the letter N, the letter G, fitness PT, okay? I'm on Instagram, same thing for Facebook, gngfitnesspt. You can also contact me at info@gritandgrindfitness.com. That's gonna be info@GRIT, the letter N, GRIND fitness.com. Once again, my name is Nate Price. It's been a blessing to be able to provide you with something that you can do from home, and I really appreciate everybody from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Stay healthy.